Texas.
And your name?
Great Dane.
And who's this?
I'm Johnny Lennox.
Johnny, yeah. Johnny, you play drums?
Yes.
And sing?
Yes, sir.
Who does the writing in the band?
Both of us.
Yeah?
Yes.
Very cool, man. So tell me about the band. What do you guys represent? How would you describe the Cool?
I would describe the Cool as a throwback to good music, man. A time when, you know, people were just in love with life, in love with, you know, a good feeling. You know, that's what we're trying to give.
For me personally, Jimi Hendrix for sure, you know, and then you go back to the old blues cats like Muddy Waters, Albert King, Freddie King, B.B. King, Stevie Ray Vaughan.
All the kings.
All the kings, the blues, the real power and soul. Band of Gypsies, Iggy Pop. We got Black Iggy Pop over here. You know, he might kick the drums over. You don't never know what he's gonna do.
I hear there's a lot of big things happening for the Cool right now. Well, tell me what's going on.
We got tours coming up next.
Looking ahead out to Phoenix.
The 1st of April. We're going to be playing at the warehouse in Shreveport,
Louisiana,
West
Louisiana,
and Edison from New York City.
We're doing
some things in
West
LA
Coast tour.
Yep.
July, end of July, go and play the All-Star game in Phoenix. Hopefully hit LA, San Diego, Vegas, Chronic Castles. We gotta check out our album, you know, and there's another one coming soon. Soulful Gold. The Cool Soulful Gold. It's on iTunes, MySpace, Facebook, Reverb Nation, everything you can think of.
I'm always curious. How do you guys do it? Where'd you guys produce it? Where'd you guys laid it down? Where was the music?
We recorded at Session Works in Hearst.
Jeff Mount was our engineer. Very cool cat. I would definitely.
We mostly did most of the production ourselves. We didn't have a major producer to come in. We just kind of got in the room and started playing and writing and getting together and mixing it. Coming up with most of the arrangement ourselves. Originally, it is like a 4-piece band, 5-piece band. We have a female vocalist, like I said.
Amber's tree is sticking
right now,
out.
we're just trying to find the right piece, and I think we found the right piece. So,
the music continues to roll on, no matter who's playing it, whatever. Me and this gentleman right here are going to be blood brothers and music brothers the day we die.
Now, I spoke with you earlier, and you said you guys known each other since you were kids.
No, not kids. 10 years ago.
Like 10 years.
10 years ago, I met him in Deep Ellum, Texas. He was carrying a guitar, walking down. I said, "Man, you play music?" I was like, "I play music." Hey, bam. And there we went. Started writing, producing. Took us a long time to get that the Cool Soulful Gold, iTunes. If you check it out, Chronic Castles, that's the debut #1 promoter. Buddy Miles, we have to throw that out there because he was part of that whole nine. Just gotta.
How do you feel playing with these three guys? What do you add to the band? And
what do I add? I don't know if I can add any more than what they already have. I mean, I have a soulful voice of my own. Grew up in the church. I add my persona to the mix.
Yeah,
persona.
That's about all it is.
Gospel music.
There you go. I grew up in church, sang in church my whole life, a cappella style, and I haven't really done too much, I'll be honest with you, as far as like bands and publicity goes. This is it for me so far. So
where is the Cool going next, man? What's the next stop?
Our next stop is the Grammys. That's our next stop.
Or outer space.
You gotta reach big, baby.
Outer space, we go outer space.
So our next show though is Shreveport. We're gonna be playing the warehouse, like I said, with West Gene and Edison. So you guys come out April 1st, man. We're gonna be playing.
And West Coast, here we come again.
Seems like you guys got some good management. Who's managing the Cool right now?
Al Smith, Rare Image. Check it out. If you don't, it's a believe.
Let's get him
Bring him in. Bring Al in. Come on in.
Get Al here. Al.
Let's let Al do some talking because he can do
Al,
a
tell
lot
me
more
about the
talking
cool. I
than
mean,
we can.
if anybody knows of the cool, you must have saw something in this band that made you put your time, effort, and obviously some cash behind it. Tell me about how you feel about this band. Why are you pushing them?
To be honest, it's the music. It's never been more than anything else except the music. Johnny's a great songwriter. The collaboration that him and Dane put together, finding these guys was just a stumbling stone. You know, one day we crossed paths. I had a nightclub in Addison, Texas, a suburb of Dallas, and they were in some situations that they just didn't feel they were going anywhere. Had a lot of experience with creating, building, managing, developing bands, over 20 years of experience from New York to Florida to Texas. But it's always been about these two guys, what they bring to the table, what they dream about, making this whole thing become reality. You know, you can have an idea, but if you don't put it together with the right pieces, the right puzzle to make it happen, it's not going to. 5 years ago, the journey began. We've been from 3 members to 7 members, back down to 3. You know, Tasha's coming back in now and taking care of the background vocals, and the sky's the limit. Dane said it himself. You know, Buddy Miles was a huge influence to these guys, and we're actually here visiting their family this weekend in Austin. And you put the final touch on this project, it takes them to the next level. That's where we're going.
What's funny about the story is that I met him 2 years before I met this motherfucker. I'm sorry, before I met Dane.
Mofo.
And I was playing with this guy named Lance Lopez.
I want to take the Kanye's off.
And we did a couple of shows with Buddy, hung out, and I met this guy a year, like I said, 2 years after I met Buddy Miles. And then right after I met him, we met this guy named Andrew, and he just introduced us.
Good Night Records, and Buddy was on the board of trustees.
Yeah, man, and we came in there.
He walked in, and he endorsed us.
Well, we started recording the CD. We started recording.
Almost like passing the torch to us.
Yeah, man.
And I guarantee you, in my heart, such a big music fan as I am, it was like Jimi Hendrix, Buddy, the Band of Gypsies. That was the closest I ever get to meeting him. He told me and Johnny, he's like, you guys got it. The it. The it.
That's the key. I mean, right now, you're starting to go through demographic changes of rock and roll. What's transpiring right now and transcending in this industry. There is no money in it. I mean, to be honest, we spend a lot of money to make nothing because it's about the passion of the music and people hearing it. Chronic Castle dropped back in September. It's being played on the airwaves from Dallas to New York and back. The LA tour going out West Coast is just another stepping stone to that. But when we can also keep ourselves around other great musicians and even younger musicians like, you know, the Neckties, 14-year-old phenomenons who are ready to just whip out the sticks and, you know, play good old rock and roll, we feel that's another part, another entity of who we are, who this band is, who these musicians are. That, you know, you're not going to be able to sing, you're not going to be able to play forever, but at the end of the day, you can write, you can produce, you can pass that on to keep music alive, and that's really what it is right now. Yeah. If we can keep it alive, keep it real, you know, peace, love, and happiness, rock and roll with soul, you know, there ain't nothing more like it.
That's very cool.
Yeah, man, that's what Buddy did for us, man. He came in the studio, and he just kind of...
A blessing.
He just kind of gave us, you know, love, and just taught us how to, you know, to emote that feeling, that whatever we have inside, to get it out to the people so they can feel what we're doing, man. So.
Right now, we believe that we were the last actual project that he worked on.
Yeah.
So hopefully with the release of Chronic Castle and the album maybe getting re-released, Black and White, being attributed to him and dedicated, you know, to Jimmy with Chronic Castle, that gives us a stepping stone of endless time. The music, the plates to the vinyl, hopefully will get turned over to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I mean, there's a big picture here going back to Buddy's estate and his family and the Hendrix estate, and back to Reprise Records. I mean, it's really amazing. There's nothing out there like it, and we're holding gold in our hands, and to be honest, we don't even know it. So,
great name, Jam Magazine.
Tasha, Sweet Tea from The Cool. You heard it on Jam Magazine, guys.
That was great.
Johnny Lennox, you heard it on Jam Magazine. The Cool, baby.